Hello everybody, it's Mr. Menziah here. Before we start, the reason I've been gone is because I have been very depressed and I had to fight off a cold and a flu as well. And I'm still recovering, my nose is quite blocked, so forgive me if I'm a bit stuffy. So today I will be doing a review on the Wolf of Saturn 6 event or the first season of Nightwave. So let's get into the positives first. I really enjoyed the rewards. I really liked the rewards. I feel giving away slots for your Warframe and for weapons was really nice. It's very useful as well. I also really liked the rewards of the Kuva bundles, because you know I'm always in Kuva survival. Having 20,000 Kuva, I think you got 40,000 altogether in the battle pass, and I absolutely enjoyed that, and I think that was very good as well. Then we got the former bundles, and we also got the Umbral former, which I really liked, which I'll get into more detail in a moment. And I also really liked the Wolf of Saturn 6 armor set. So let's get into what I really like about the Umbral former. Umbral former is something that the community have really spoken about for the last year, ever since the sacrifice has come out. Me and my friends even talk about it on Discord sometimes, and it finally happened. There was actually a bit of controversy in the community talking about Umbral former, and I feel, yeah, it is called sacrificial whatever it is, because you have to sacrifice space for it, but I feel it can be mitigated if you are willing to go the far more than a mile to get it, such as you need to be almost, I think it was rank 29 on the battle pass, which I really liked, and it was very useful. Will be useful when an Aros Prime comes out, basically. And I feel it was given out or distributed out very well when it came down to the battle pass as well. So I feel you have to go all out if you want to get a very valuable reward such as Umbral former. Then let's talk about the story. I really liked the little cutscenes that we have. It gave us more lore and a bit of backstory to the Wolf of Saturn 6 on who his character was and what his motivations are, and also just exploring new areas of the universe, which I just liked in general. In fact, I was quite excited to see what was next. I do feel the ending was a bit of a letdown, but I'll get into that into the negative section. But overall, I liked the little story portions. And now we have the wolf himself. I like how he spawned in. Before he got nerfed, which I'll get into later, he was intimidating and scary as fuck. Like, when a newbie comes in and plays Warframe and he sees the Stalker for the first time, he gets scared. Big man thing, he's gonna get scared for the first time. And when you get to Mastery like 8, he's no longer a threat. Big man thing, it's more of a gangbang. When the Stalker comes in, now he's not a threat anymore, unless you're an absolute idiot and you fuck up. The Wolf of Saturn 6, before he got nerfed, he made me scared. In fact, he made me so scared I didn't want to run anything but radiation on all my weapons. Like, big man thing, I didn't want to use anything else but radiation because of how much of a tank he was. And well, beforehand I think he had like 2,500 health and armor, I think, or I think it was like 500 armor before he got enough. I got a screenshot. I think I'll plug it in. I think I'll plug it in here. But he had a lot of health and armor, and he was ridiculously overpowered, and then he got nerfed. But his presence was there, but his spawn rate, I'll get into later, but he was very cool to see and fight. And also he has a chance of dropping parts of his hammer, which also have a very low chance of dropping as well, which doesn't go well with how low the chances are of him spawning. Now let's get into the negatives. So let's get back to the wolf. His spawn rate is too low, period. Guy spawns into, doesn't spawn in enough, yet he has an entire event dedicated to him, and yet the guy hardly spawns. And I know there are some people who don't have all the pieces of his hammer. I don't, and I know people are in the trade chat, you know, trying to sell his pieces, but they sell them at very high rates, and it's not unfair. It's capitalism. It is what it is. You know, people got to capitalize on the sale, but I feel it's a bit unfair for people to not really have a good chance of getting at him if the spawn rates are so low. So I do feel DE do need to like increase the spawn rate of him coming into the game. Now let's talk about the bounties. There were some bounties I liked, you know, like doing sorties, doing relic missions, you know, gave me an incentive to keep going for the relics. And then there were some missions I didn't mind, such as doing the Kuva Fortress for an hour. Didn't mind it, because I normally play Kuva for about 40 minutes. It's only an extra 10 minutes. Then I was obviously playing with friends or a clanmate. I'm in a clan, but I don't actually play with any of them. And I have friends, and I don't really play with them. There was one point where I did have people who I was talking to and playing with on a daily basis, but they moved on to other games. So I tend to play quite solo, and I understand for people who play solo that would be a bit of an issue with doing certain bounties with teammates or even clanmates if you play by yourself. So I know you have to put it into perspective, and it has to go down in the point section for me, fam. And then we have some of the bounty issues. Like, we get bundles of former, regular former, and then we have a bounty to use free former. Are you taking the piss, bruv? That's not a reward. How are you going to just be like, oh, I'll give you extra formers, then you're going to get, but don't use them all because you're going to have to use those in a couple of weeks. That's a disrespect. Big man thing. Disrespectful. I think DE need to sort that out. Big man thing. That's a disrespect. How are you giving me something then you're taking it away from me? No, I can't tolerate that. Absolutely not. Bad DE. And then we have the ending of Wolf of Saturn 6. I've already shown it, so it doesn't really matter. You can, by the way, you can go check it out for yourself right now. Anyway, it's free. Like, you can go in the battle party, whatever. But the point is, the ending, cop out. The ending was a straight cop out in my opinion. I did not like the way it ended. I feel that Alid V giving the Wolf of Saturn 6 some sort of sentient strain was cool, and then you realized in the codex why his head isn't the one that you originally saw the wolf having, so it kind of made sense eventually. But at the same time, when I see the ending, it's like, oh, the guy gets smarter, and then he probably slaps around Alid V. It's like, wow, that's it? Like, he doesn't, I don't know, he could become a good guy and he could go work with the Steel Meridian, perhaps? Or perhaps he could make a transmission somewhere saying he's hunting all Tenno, and maybe he has, I don't know, another dead Loki and has his head on a spike or something. I don't know. But I just felt it was just a bit like he came and went. Like, there was nothing really there. There's no really cool ending. It's just, no. He goes against Alan V, and now he's on the loose again. Didn't like it at all. So, overall, I would say this event so far was just meh. It wasn't bad, and it wasn't great either. It's meh. I can't recommend it to you because it's free. If you play Warframe already, you've already played it. So, what can I really say? It's free. You know, I don't think there's really much for me to say or to recommend you do it or not. It's free. So, I liked the rewards. I liked some of the bounties. And I liked the wolf. And I liked bits of the story. But he didn't spawn in enough. His loot table is very scarce and has a low drop chance, including the chance of him spawning. Then the ending of the Wolf of Saturn 6 was a cop-out. Some of the bounties were straight horrible and contradicting, like giving me former bundles, then making me use some of those former to do a bounty. And then, yeah, it's just okay, really. I think DE needs to improve with the next season. I'm going to do the next season no matter what, bro. It gives me something to do, and I love Warframe. I know I probably might go through burnout again, but at least I'll have something to do and get some pretty cool rewards. But I feel DE, after the new war and Railjack, I think you need to sort out your end game. That big man thing. I don't care if you don't release any Warframes or new content for a good 9 months, but you really do need to sort out your end game here, because I understand where a lot of people were coming from on how they didn't enjoy this event, and they are simply just bored and they won't come back until Railjack is out or the new war. I understand how they feel, but knowing me, I still need that God roll Tiburon ribbon. It's still pissing me off. Actually, I got a video about the ribbon soon, actually, but I'll get to that later. But at the moment, I feel it, what was I going to say? It needs improving. The Nightwave needs improving, and your overall end game needs improving right now. And I think you need to halt any upcoming content to fix the game, please. But that's my review on the Wolf of Saturn 6. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I should be back full time soon. I'm still dealing with the cold, so forgive me for my absence, and have a nice day. Take care.